There are over 4,000 minerals on Earth, many of which we'll never see in real life. Bizarre mineral assemblages and trace impurities have caused some of the world's rarest gemstones. Some you likely have heard of, and others will undoubtedly leave you searching Google for more information. In today's video, we have documented the top 10 most expensive minerals in the world. Let's get to it. Number 10. Rhodium, $10,000 per pound. Rhodium is a very bright, corrosion-resistant, silvery-white metallic product. In fact, it's considered the rarest and one of the most expensive products in the world. The name rhodium is taken from the Greek term rhodon, which means rose, and for its pink-red salts. Rhodium is a relatively unknown precious metal, possibly due to its global demand being concentrated in auto-catalysts, where it's used in smaller quantities alongside sister PGMs palladium and platinum. You may have become aware of rhodium lately because of the metal's strong price performance, currently trading above $10,000 a pound, making it 5 times more valuable than gold. Number 9. Platinum, $10,000 per carat. The most valuable and pricey of precious metals is platinum. It's a lot rarer than gold. It is not abundant to mineral collectors because of its rarity and value, and is unique in any but the highest-end collections of minerals. Platinum use is primarily as a pollution mitigation agent for car and power facilities, as a solvent for the processing of acids, organic chemicals, and medicines. For example, the platinum group metal produce glass fiber in fabrics and other specialized products, electrical communication, condensers and conductive films, tooth alloys for the making of braces and jewelry. Number 8. Black opals, $15,000 per carat. Australian black opals are the most valuable and widely known type of opal. Black opal is characterized by a dark body tone which can range from dark grey to jet black. However, this refers only to the general body tone of the stone and is not related to the rainbow or spectral colors present in the opal. Some people expect a black opal to be completely black, in which case it would be completely worthless. Unlike ordinary opals, black opals have carbon and iron oxide trace elements present, which cause the unusual darkness of the stone. Because of their dark body tone, the rainbow colors in a black opal stand out much better than lighter opals. This vibrancy of color makes black opal the most valuable form of all opals. Often, a black opal will have a natural layer of potch left on the back of the stone, giving the stone extra darkness and vibrancy of color. The darker this potch backing is, the darker the body tone, which usually makes for the greater vibrancy of color and a higher value black opal. This is the principle upon which doublets and triplets are based, which are an imitation of solid black opals. Black opals are generally cut into an oval shape. However, this depends on the natural shape of the stone. Sometimes they're cut into free-form or teardrop shapes in order to maximize the size and carat weight of the stone. Black opals are normally cut with a low cabochon due to the color bar often being much thinner in black opal than in white or crystal opals. If the color bar in opal is thin, it is impossible to create a domed surface. Number 7. Painite, $60,000 per carat. Painites are found only in Myanmar. The first painite specimen, a single crystal, was identified as a new gem species in 1957. Until 2001, only 2 more crystals were found. Since then, more painites have been discovered. Over 1,000 crystals and fragments have now been recovered, but most of this material isn't feasible. Although painites have a hardness of 8, great brilliance, and attractive red colors, they present some challenges for gem cutters. Even gem quality rough is typically highly included and fractured. As a result, fasters tend to cut these gems small and shallow, which can impair their brilliance. Painites have colors and specific gravity that overlap with those of almandines, spessartites, and rubies. This means that some cut gems might have been misidentified as rubies or garnets. However, painites have refractive index values that differ from rubies, and their birefringence and absorption spectrum should distinguish them from garnets. Number 6. Diamond, $60,000 per gram. Possessing the highest shine of all transparent gemstones, diamond is the hardest material on Earth that can only be scratched with another diamond. Its name comes from the ancient Greek adamas, meaning unbreakable. Diamonds reflect light in an unparalleled way, especially when placed under directional spotlights. With every slight twist of the hand, a diamond ring will shimmer in endless ways, demanding attention. To determine their quality, diamonds are graded using the 4 C's system: carat weight, color, clarity, and cut. Because of their extreme hardness, diamonds have several important industrial applications. The hardness, brilliance, and sparkle of diamonds make them unsurpassed as gems. In the symbolism of gemstones, the diamond represents steadfast love and is the birthstone for April. Diamond stones are weighed in carats and points. In addition to gem-quality stones, several varieties of industrial diamonds occur, and synthetic diamonds have been produced on a commercial scale since 1960. Number 5. Rubies, $1 million per carat. Rubies are the 5th most expensive mineral in the world today. These red-colored gems are plentiful enough, but it's the quality of each gem that dictates the value. A large-sized ruby with a blood-red color with a lustrous sheen, clean cuts, and a fair size are the most valuable per carat. The red coloring comes from the presence of chromium early in their formation process. They are classified by their color, quality, and grade, similar to diamonds and other precious gems. A flawless, high-quality ruby can go for up to $1 million a carat, with examples of the finest stones going for much more when placed in an enhanced setting for jewelry with precious metals. A large Burmese ruby recently sold for a whopping $30 million. Number 4. Blue garnet, $1.5 million per carat. Named for a dominant hue rarely seen in garnets, blue garnet is an incredibly scarce, undeniably beautiful, and extremely unusual variety of color change umberlite garnet. Unlike traditional color change garnets that exhibit a color change from purplish or orangish red in indoor light to bluish or yellow-green in daylight, blue garnet displays an attractive color change from blue with a hint of green in sunlight or candescent light to green with blue flashes in candlelight. While subtle flashes of other colors like pastel pinkish purple may occasionally occur, blue will be the main color in most lighting conditions. Blue garnet is vaguely similar to Queensland teal sapphire, but its unique color change makes its blues beautifully distinct compared to other blue gemstones such as apatite, indicolite, kyanite, topaz, turquoise, and zircon. Used in adornment for over 5,000 years, garnets were popular in ancient Egypt from around 3100 BC, being used as beads in necklaces as well as inlaid jewelry. Garnet's many myths frequently portray it as a symbol of chivalry, faith, honesty, light, loyalty, and truth. If you're still with us up to this point, take a minute of your time and click on the subscribe icon below if you'd like to continue enjoying more of our amazing content. Also, give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Let's get back right to it. Number 3. Serendibite, $2 million per carat. Serendibite was discovered at Gangapiteya near Ambakot, Sri Lanka in 1902 by G.T. Pryor and A.K. Kumaraswamy. Pryor and Kumaraswamy named the mineral serendibite, which is derived from serendib, an old Arabic term for Sri Lanka. Serendibite is rarely found as facet-grade material. Before the 2005 discovery of serendibite in Mogok, Myanmar, there were only 3 known faceted serendibites, which were from the original Sri Lankan find. The serendibite from Sri Lanka and Myanmar is believed to be the only source for facet-grade material. Sri Lankan serendibite was an attractive greenish or violet blue, while the stones from Myanmar are dark black. Serendibite may be confused with sapphirine and zoisite due to similarity in color and almost identical properties, but refractive indices, twinning, and spectra can be used to separate these gem materials. Serendibite is created in an extremely complex process that includes various molecules coming together in the formation process. It takes scant amounts of aluminium, calcium, boron, magnesium, silicone, and oxygen to come together in one location. Number 2. Red diamonds, $2.5 million per carat. Diamonds can occur in almost all colors of the spectrum, with yellow being the most common of all the fancy colored diamonds. Although all natural fancy colored diamonds are extremely rare, none are more so than the red diamond. Found mostly in Africa, Australia and Brazil, red diamonds are so rare that only around 20 to 30 true red diamonds are known to exist, and most are less than half a carat in size. Unlike other fancy colored diamonds that derive their color from impurities such as nitrogen and boron, red diamonds are made purely from carbon, just like colorless diamonds. This red color of the diamond is created by a rare occurrence in its atomic structure. When a red diamond is retrieved from underground and light is allowed to pass through the irregular lattice, the unusual bending of the light causes the diamonds to reflect a ruby-like color. Red diamonds look different in various lighting environments. They look best in daylight and candlelight, and they look worst in fluorescent light. Blue-colored diamonds display the exact opposite properties in these different lighting conditions. Natural fancy red diamonds are graded by their color intensity and range from dark pink to purplish red. The stronger the hue, the greater the value of the diamond. Number 1. Jadeite, $3 million per carat. One of the 2 distinct minerals commonly known as jade, jadeite is the rarer and harder variety. Rich emerald green jadeite, known as imperial jade, is also the most highly valued. However, durable jadeite can be found in many colors and is well suited for intricate carvings and cabochons. The value of a jadeite carving is as much a function of artistry and antiquity as the color and quality of the material itself. Jadeite is a very specialized gemstone, and evaluating these pieces is complicated. Its appeal is largely collector-based. The finest jadeite originates from Myanmar. Historically, China has had a great admiration for jadeite. Today, it remains the strongest market for this gemstone. Since prehistoric times, people have made jewelry, decorative objects, and even weapons from jade. There are many legends and strong cultural associations with jade gemstones. The Chinese sage Confucius compared jade to a gentleman esteemed by all for his qualities. The Chinese have traditionally valued jade for carving as well as religious and medicinal purposes. That's all on our video about the top 10 most expensive minerals in the world. If you found it useful, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.